Okay, high school didn't prepare me to research my essays, did not teach me how to structure my essays in a coherent way.
Well, I guess the main way it didn't prepare me for university is the concept of learning how to learn. Education in this country, and I realize this extends beyond just Zambia, is presented more as just information. So you grasp information and you place that information in an exam and pass and move on. University is nothing like that. You have to be able to adapt to new information, counter information, criticize information, and that's really not done in most of the education I had.
We're all motivated by different things in our pursuit of higher education. Unfortunately, when our motivations does not fall under a grand umbrella that unifies everything and all of life, the fallout of that is that students entering, let's say, a liberal arts program tend not to give their best in courses that does not lead to what they are pursuing. For example, take courses in philosophy. Most liberal arts institutions offer entry-level courses in philosophy, and the students typically have no interest in being in those courses and do not do their best. However, courses like philosophy, from a biblical perspective, has much benefit for the student, and so students who are motivated by the biblical worldview will seek to do their very best in understanding philosophy and thereby enhance themselves and society, but most importantly, bring glory to God.
The biggest problem with trying to give students a classical education on a university level is the fact that they've never experienced anything like it before. They have viewed education from a pragmatic, utilitarian perspective. You go to school to get your diploma so that you can get a job, or so that you can get into the university of your choice, so that you can then get a job. And they don't really have a grasp on the idea that there is a God who created the world. With students who have the idea of using education just to go and leverage it and make more money, well, problem number one is, that's materialism, right? It doesn't really encompass those broader ideas of why it is that God created us. And secondly, if that's our only goal, ultimately we end up in a place of compromise, because if that's the only thing that governs and guides me, I may as well go be a drug dealer or an arms dealer or whatever else I can do out there to make money. Because if that is my end goal, then truth, beauty, goodness, morality, ethics, all those things go out the window.
It's important that we understand the Scholars Program is a pre-university program. It's meant to prepare students for university, and one of the things that we're most concerned about is the character of the students, their whole life development. So rather than just focusing on the intellect, we want to make sure that we impact their Christian character and help them develop in that way as well. A good example of this need is the 2014 British Council study that was conducted across Southern Africa, interviewing employers who were hiring graduates of universities, and they were largely dissatisfied with the graduates of programs, and the reason being character issues, honesty, hard work, their ability to work in teams, and a variety of other issues. So with African Christian University being built on a Christian worldview, seeing us as individuals that work as image bearers of God, we want to make sure that the students not only grow intellectually, but that we allow that Christian character to be formed holistically in their life and thereby meet the needs of Southern Africa.
The Scholars Program is recognized by Zambia, and when we say Zambia, we are looking at the legal provision that is there in the country, and that is the the Higher Education Authority. The Higher Education Authority has registered the African Christian University.
The Scholars Program is an A-level like program. It is, let me call it a pre-university program. I feel like that's more broad and more general. It doesn't narrow it down to a specific system.
The Scholars Program is an A-level program, to use Zambian terminology, a gap year program that is there to cater for students or people who just came from high school, grade 12 learners, who pretty much don't have much to do during the year as they wait to enter university in the next year.
When I first came here, I really didn't know like what it was all about until I had my orientations, and I learned that here you can do different things. You learn different subjects, like there's a perspective in which by every subject has got a content of God's word.
What to think about, not how to think. You become a product of that educational system. And when you come to the Christian worldview, which is something that is predominant within the Scholars Program, what you begin to realize is that it teaches you to think independently, it teaches you to think objectively, and it teaches you to think critically about issues.
I was not expecting anything I received. I was not expecting to learn as much as I did. I was not expecting to do as well as I did. And I'm not even going to give like myself credit for that. I'm going to give credit to the background, to the motivation behind it. So the Scholars Program for me was it was liberating.
In that year, the Scholars Program just serves to equip these students with the kind of knowledge that they've never probably been exposed to, even in a circular education. So that's part and parcel.